Another during a night of violent protests in Kenosha back in August of 2020.
Jurors ultimately had to decide whether the case against the armed out-of-state teenager boiled down to self-defense or vigilantism.
Kyle Rittenhouse started to shake, cry, and then fell to the floor as the jury finished reading its verdict. Not guilty on all charges. The 18-year-old was acquitted of 5 felony charges in the shooting deaths of Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber, and for wounding a third man, Gage Grosskreutz.
He has to get on with his life the best he can. I think eventually some anonymity will come back to it.
Outside the courthouse, there are about 50 protesters, and the moment the verdict was read, there were cheers from those in the crowd who support Kyle Rittenhouse. Even some passing cars were honking their horns. But among those here who believe Rittenhouse should be convicted, there was silence. Some told us this was not the outcome they wanted, but it is one they expected.
It shows that we can be gunned down in the street and there are no consequences.
What are your thoughts on the verdict?
I'm happy. I think he's not guilty.
Many continued to debate the verdict, passionately but peacefully.
If you had to fight for your life and defend yourself, absolutely. And I would defend you in that right.
You can defend me all you want. I'll never get out if I did the same thing he did.
The shootings took place during a night of protests over police violence against black people in the summer of 2020. Rittenhouse arrived at the protest with an AR-style semi-automatic rifle and told jurors he was there to help.
I didn't do anything wrong. I defended myself.
He said he killed 2 people. How do you admit it? How do you acknowledge it? And there are no consequences.
The jury had deliberated for about 3.5 days before acquitting the 18-year-old. Michael George, CBS News, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
And President Biden says he stands by what the jury in the Rittenhouse case concluded. The Rittenhouse family's spokesperson said outside the courthouse today that Rittenhouse plans to study nursing in college.